Well, good Sunday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Roonies of all ages. So glad to see you here today. A little bit of a lazy Sunday afternoon. It's almost 75 degrees here in Florida after being cold for our standards yesterday. So interesting day, interesting times. Hope you've had a great day. If you missed today's Not Your Normal Sunday show, I would encourage you to go back and watch that. It was really powerful. It was really good. We had a great time, and it was a great show. Lori Chavez, Tracy Dyer, Blazing River, Global Witness, Derek Rose in the house, Kitten XT, Richard Elliston, Jason Rios, Anti-Popular Girl, Tracy Dyer. A lot of crosstalk, and that's okay. Olga Kasula, pardon me. And Jama Barker, Nicola Smart, Jamie Dawson, Stacy Maliski, BW, Lit T in the house. Nice to see you, Lit T. Nice to see Alana Dawn. Nice to see Diana Rodriguez, Lori Chavez, Rick and Delaney Jackson, Global Witness, again, Blazing River, Capricorn 9, Paul Hall. Nice to see everyone here. And as Derek, Global Witness, points out, politics has always been a lie from hell. And they may be not even trying to hide it so much anymore, ladies and gentlemen, because there's some crazy stuff that has happened with the logos of the political parties. And I know that not many of us know the logos of the political parties, but it's our fault that we don't know that. And it's as out front as they can possibly be. And some of the things they've done with their logos, it's just a blatant, in-your-face declaration of who they are and what they are and where they're going. So I want to take a look at this, and we are getting prepared for the Witness in the Desert convocation, if you will. Today is the 18th. I'll be leaving a week from Tuesday to go out and spend a little bit of time with Derek. I believe Rex is going to be there as well. Derek Bros, myself, and many, many of you will be out there as well. I don't believe, and Derek can confirm this, that the actual festivities will kick off until Thursday, the 29th, 1 week from Thanksgiving Day, because we have to go out there and get ourselves set up and decide who's going to be where and what's going to be where. So the 27th and 28th, I believe, are setup days. And then the 29th, the 30th, and the 1st will be actual times that we're out there investigating, looking around, fellowshipping, communing, convening, talking, sharing. And personally, I have to jet out of there pretty early on the 2nd, really early on the 2nd, like maybe not even go to sleep early on the 2nd. And then I'm headed up to Kansas City for another little event. So very good stuff coming up. I hope that you'll, if you can be in the Prescott, Arizona area for the Witness in the Desert, which is going to be out in the Hopi lands. It's going to be out in Monument Valley. I'm sure Derek would love to have you there. I'm not really sure. I'm not the host. I'm just a participant. So if you want information about it, you can contact Derek Bros through the Global Witness YouTube channel. That's probably the easiest way to do it. I'm not sure if he's on Facebook or not, but you can check him out and learn all about that you want to know. But it's going to be some interesting stuff. And anytime that you can get Rex and Derek in the same spot at the same time live, it's going to be worth it. And I'll try not to mess it up if I can help it. But looking forward to being out there, looking forward to having a great time, and looking forward to being in some sacred lands, looking forward to being in a place with probably thousands of years of spiritual heritage. And it's going to be good. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be strong. And we are looking forward to it. If you can get out there, get out there. If not, keep us in your good intentions and your prayers if you pray. And we would appreciate all of that. But that comes up on 1 week from Thanksgiving. And, of course, traveling, good travel juju for everybody. And great times out there. Some speculations of what types of events will be out there and what types of beings will be out there. I don't know about any of that, but I know I'll be there. I'll have my eyes open, and I'll be ready to rock and roll, whatever comes up. So we're talking a little bit today, and I don't think I'll keep you that long. We're talking a little bit today about the political parties. And I have been in the past very much into partisan politics. I've run a state for a national presidential campaign. I've been a delegate to the Republican National Convention. And doggone it, I wish I had my wallet, because I would show you that I am still excited. I still am registered as a Republican. And I say that so that you can know that I'm going to try to be as objective as I possibly can. And you know that I voted in the last election. And I know that some of you aren't happy with me about that. I went over to my mom's house. She was watching the news. Between the incredible slant of the news and between my sister and my mother giving me crap, I was motivated to go out and vote, and I did. And maybe it was wrong, maybe it was right, I don't know, but I did it, and my guys won. So I guess I'm happy about that. Did my guys win? Did I win? Does anybody win? Because Mark Twain said that if voting was that important, they wouldn't let us do it anyway. So I don't know. I just don't know. I am very, very ambivalent. I'm betwixt and between on what to do with the whole voting situation. Yet somehow it just makes it hard for me to sit out and not vote. Maybe it's just my service in the military, my patriotism, my belief in doing the right thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll grow out of it. I'm only 55. I'm just a pup. So maybe by the time I grow up, or grow old, I don't know if I'll ever grow up, I'll be out of it. But anyway, that being said, we're pretty familiar with the Republican and the Democratic Party logos to an extent. We remember the Republicans have the elephant, right? And we remember the Democrats have the donkey, right? Well, not anymore. The Democrats went away from the donkey in 2010, and now they have a new logo. The Republicans still have the elephant, but there's been what I think a very significant change to the Republican logo. And to me, it's significant. To me, it can't just be a oversight. It can't just be, we thought it looked prettier. Somebody somewhere knows what they're saying. Somebody somewhere knows what they're doing. So let's take a look a little bit at these logos, these logo changes, speculate a little bit, identify a little bit, ask some questions. And really the bottom line of this whole thing is that politics ain't your answer, cousins. We're not going to get answers from the White House. The answers are going to come from your house. The answers aren't going to come from the President of the United States. The answers are going to come from the person that controls your states of mind, your spiritual states of being. It's going to come from you. Daniel, why don't you hold on and wait and see? And if you can't wait and see, well, bye. We'll see you another time. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at some of these political logos. I just don't like rudeness, and I'm sorry I have a hard time dealing with it. Let's look first at the Republican Party. Pre-2000, pre-2000, this was the Republican Party logo. Red bottom to an elephant, blue top to an elephant, 3 stars. And really, these are 3 pentagrams, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about the pentagram, I think it was yesterday. And when the pentagram is right side up like this, it's a powerful, positive symbol. It's a symbol of protection. It's a symbol of power. And the Republicans had threefold power. Verily, 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 I say unto thee, thou shalt vote Republican. And this was the logo up until 2000. In 2000, if you remember, it was George W. Bush against Al Gore. Boy, that's talk about a choice between dumb and dumber. But anyway, you had George W. Bush and Al Gore going at it for the presidency of the United States. Now, whatever you think about it and whether you should vote or shouldn't vote, let's just think about these logos for a minute. So up until 2000, this is the logo. And he's facing towards we could say he's facing towards the west too. I didn't even think about that. He's facing towards the west. And then in 2000, when Bush came in, this became the logo. Same red bottom, same blue top, 3 stars, but look at the stars. They're not pentagrams anymore. Well, they are pentagrams, but instead of being right side up power symbols, they're upside down great he-goat symbols, Baphomet symbols, symbols that are at least very potentially malevolent. So why in the world would you change a political logo from protective pentagrams to great he-goat, potentially often malevolent upside down pentagrams? I can't think of a good reason. And I can't think, with all the billions of dollars that are poured into the Republican Party, that somebody changed this without realizing what they were doing. Oh, it's just a little change of stars. You don't change from that to that for no reason. As an artist, this doesn't even look as good as that. And why is he now facing towards the east instead of the west? I don't really have the answers, but it makes me wonder. It really does. Now, what I can think of here, and I'm speculating, and it is what it is. George Bush comes in, arguably the most unqualified person ever run for president, at least nominated by a major party. And he thinks he can't win it straight up. He can't win it with good magic, if you will, with protection. Did they enter into a dark magic deal to beat Al Gore? Why do you change your stars from upright pentagrams to upside down pentagrams? And it was 2000 where it went to the Supreme Court and all that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't it? Or was that the John Kerry year? Either way, they were super close. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Why? 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 Regardless, the current logo of the Republican Party has gone away from protective pentagrams to potentially malevolent pentagrams. Are they telling you, hey, look, I know that the Republican Party is the party of God, guns, and apple pie. Which God? And who are the guns aimed at? And is the apple pie poisoned? Just some questions to ask, ladies and gentlemen. And why is that horse? Why is that elephant facing the east when he used to face the west? I'm just wondering, does anybody in the chat room have any ideas as to why? Let's take a look real quick. Lee. I'll try to go back to the beginning and see what I can see. Turn the Republican upside down. It's a sink that's been drained. Let's try to keep it serious. If you believe in either side, you're a sheep. I can agree with that. I would gladly take a wrench, but I just use my phone. That won't work. People talk off topic. Yep. It's like talking in a theater during the movie. Yeah, stop doing it. It's a big club and you ain't in it. That's what George Carlin said, and that's true. That is true. I was so excited to find like-minded people. Great. Does anybody have a comment or a question about what we're actually talking about? I don't want a bunch of attention, but I can hear Father screaming at me very loud. He's getting angry. Okay, whatever. Wow. Folks are all over the place today. People are all over the place today. Politics is a product of hell. I agree. Wasn't one permit. Come on now. Can we just talk about what we're talking about, for God's sake? Politics is a control mechanism to divide us. Absolutely. Now they put it out in your face. I agree. Bush, Obama's, Trump's, Clinton's, all the same tribe. Maybe. I think the jury's still out on Trump. We'll see. Jeffrey, not wrong. Better two evils. Okay, that's one person's opinion. Voting counts. That's a person's opinion. Jameis says politics, schmolitics. Yeah, but they both should have the money sign for a logo. Dollar sign. I agree. That's good. Yes, it starts on the 29th. Derek says. Who's dumb and who's dumber? That was a close race between Gore and Bush. Who was dumb and who was dumber? All welcome as long as you bring love, bring hate, and Navajo security will remove you. Glad to hear that. Bush was always my third least favorite president. Obama was less qualified than GW. Yeah, that's a good argument, Tracy. That's a good argument. I would agree. I worked for Pat Buchanan, and he always called George W. Bush the shrub because he said he wasn't even really a bush. He was just a shrub. I thought that was hilarious. And we're going to look at the donkey next. All hail Emperor Trump. The presidents are blood related, most of them. Bush was awesome, but he was a clown. So nobody has anything really astute to say about the Republican logo. Maybe we'll get some good commentary about the Democrat logo. And I think that maybe we will. He was the shrub, Tracy Dyer. So let's go back and let's look at the Democratic Party logo and the changes in the Democrat Party logo. And these changes took place in 2010, ladies and gentlemen. They went from the donkey, which was this, and the donkey stars were always upright. They went from the donkey to this D right here. This D with a circle around it. Now, to me, it seems very Saturnian, as in like Saturn. To me, and to be fair, we have to say this was the original logo of the Democratic Party, so they actually brought it back. But if the Republicans are being blatant by turning their stars upside down to let them know that to let us know that it's really a devilish, demonic control system that is trying to pretend that it's not, would it be out of line to say that the D in the Democratic maybe stands for devil? Maybe stands for dictatorship. Maybe stands for we're too dumb to get the game. I don't know, but it looks Saturnian to me. What the D could mean, I know it means Democrats. Don't tell me that. I understand that, but it's just weird. And being an artist and being a person that makes a lot of logos and the guy that put himself through college painting signs, this is a crappy logo. I mean, it's really crappy. But yet, it's the party, excuse me, it's the logo of the party that controls the U.S. House of Representatives right now. Craziness. Is it Saturnian? Does it mean devil? Does it mean dictators? And I find it, and this is kind of just my thing, I find it O, outside D, inside D. I find it very odd. That's what I find this logo. Very, very odd. So what are the Republicans trying to tell us? What are the Democrats trying to tell us? I think they're both trying to tell us, put it in our face that you're ours, two parties, they're both, two wings, same bird. And it's a dirty bird. And not in a good way. Anybody have anything to say about the Democrat Party logo? The Democratic Party logo? Let's see. If it was orange, it would be Dunkin' Donuts. That's funny. Let me go back up and see where we left off. Let's see where we left off. Oh, that's right. Trump gave Elvis Presley the Medal of Freedom. I like that. Donald Trump just awarded Elvis Presley the Medal of Freedom. Well, there's a lot of commentary. Let me get back up to where we left off. There we go. I'd argue that Obama was less qualified than G.W. Bush. I would too. I would probably agree with that. They worship the beast. Okay. Maybe the world flipped upside down, says Alana. Maybe. Don't some people put the elephant figurine's trunk facing the door for luck or something? I don't know. That's interesting. Pole shift, says Alana. Bush Clan is the Crowley ancestry lizards. Why would you insult Crowley like that? Are they? Oh, they're sigils. Oh, how would these logos appear as sigils? That's interesting. Let's look at them again as sigils. What's the Republican Party look like as a sigil? Interesting. The Democratic Party is much more a sigil than the Republican Party logo. Interesting. But think about that. The party logos as sigils. That makes a lot of sense. Who said that? Jason Rios. Right brain, left brain. That's interesting. Because we're getting ready to leave. Earth, east has spiritual connotation, right? Yes, so does west, Tracy. There's an elephant in the room. Yes, there is. Deal with the devil, said Triona Ryan. I like that. And she's Irish. She got a good one. They're on the same side. What about the mule? What about plastic Jesus coming back from the east to the west? Oh, that's lightning shines from the east to the west. Good one, Nancy Ashley Hawk Smith. Good stuff. New embassy east of America. They changed the direction because they changed the agenda. Very well put. The original pentagram is protection associated. The inverted one has connections to Baphomet. Yep. It's a lack of sleep, Jeff, because everybody woke up at 4 a.m., right? Bush and Obama are cousins. I know a lot of them are related. They're all slaves to the beast system. I agree. Does the donkey have the same? Donkey is no more, Paul. The donkey's dead. Donkey dead. 9/11 invoking. Trump did save us from Hillary. Sensimelia, you said that once. We don't need to say it a bunch of times. Bush was, yeah, he was a clown. I think that's been said over too. Trump gave Elvis a Medal of Freedom. Indeed, I'm all for that. And Indie Girl 42, are you 42 because Elvis died at 42? Everything changed on 9/11. Everything changed on 9/11. No info on why it was changed, just that it changed in 2000. The Bush camp changed it when they took over the Republican Party. Devil in a blue dress. I like that, Tracy. Very interesting. Ping and pang ahead. I'm not sure what that means. Some fans of President Trump. A D is a 4, maybe trying to control the 4 corners within a circle of protection. Nice. Very well. A, B, C, D. Good job, Alana Dawn. That's very astute, I think. Maybe it stands for a little G God, since they do worship and work for the little G God. So why would a D stand for the little G God? Maybe. Not sure. Bohemian Grove. Dunkin' Donuts. What would the logo look like in 3D? That's interesting. The donkey is dead. They're all symbols and sigil. Every corporate logo is, says Caroline. I agree with that. It is the UN colors. Wow, Ryan, good catch. It is the UN colors. Good job. It is the UN colors. Demigod, someone says, does the D stand for demigod? That's a good one, too. That's a good one, too. I like it. Good commentary. I think it looks like a sigil. Yep, a sigil for dominance. Very good. Mrs. Light gets bad vibes from both logos. Is the elephant facing towards China? Gingetta echoes my odd statement. Not so hidden in plain sight anymore. Somebody said, nice one, Alana. I agree. She's come up with a few winners here. Interesting stuff. It does sort of look like a bullseye. And whoever D is right in the middle. It's a target. Yep. Magic circle around 3 demons. That's interesting. It looks like a sigil. It's all about the ballot box. Very good. The stars look like an owl's head. Yep. Political animals representing the animal nature of politics in general. That's good too. It's interesting when you see the war between the blue and the red. It's everywhere. Good point. Stars look like the devil's head. Yep, they sure do. Looks like a toilet seat. It does. Maybe it's time to flush, right? You always know it's the Russians, Rune Star Dragon, providing a little bit of comic relief. The D stands for demonic alchemist, or Islam's Mahdi. Don't know. Good stuff. D is for dumb down. Could be. It's the D in the eyeball. Very good stuff. Very interesting stuff. Point being, they've changed them. They don't change them for no reason. They've become very dark and red and blue make purple, the royal color. Interesting, Stacy. So I thought it was something to at least think about, something to at least notice, something to at least call your attention to, because there's got to be something, man. There's got to be a reason why they did it. They don't do it for no reason, ladies and gentlemen. Donna says the D is for destruction and the circle is the world. That's a good one too. Turn it 90 degrees. If we turn it 90 degrees, if you turn it 90 degrees, what does it look like? If I turn the Democratic logo 90 degrees, it'd be facing that way, wouldn't it? It also could look like they're sticking their tongue out at you. Gotcha. Interesting. If we turned it 360, it'd be just the way it is. If we turned it 180, it'd be facing that way. If we turned it 90, it'd be facing down. So yeah, it's sticking its tongue out at you. Is that what you were going for? It's sticking its tongue out at us? Wow. I think I might go with that one. How stupid are you, is what they're saying to us. Very good stuff. I like it. I like it. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting stuff. Powerful stuff. And oh boy, now we've got flat earth people saying it's emblematic of the flat earth. Okay. Have fun with that. Obama did have the circle, so maybe it was Obama related, or they're trying to harken back to Obama. Red and blue is all over the place, part of the Hegelian dialect duality: Coke, Pepsi, blue pill, red pill. Interesting stuff. The D in the elephant is the same in shape. Very interesting, Barry. I like that. The world in a pocket. Good stuff. That's why we do these, so we can learn from each other. Really good stuff. Powerful stuff. This is how we unindoctrinate ourselves. This is not the inside job, but this leads us to the inside job, because real true change is an inside job, and we encourage you to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Democrats have been giving you the D from the beginning. Yeah. Delegates circled, meaning your superdelegates are given away before you even vote. Wow. Good one, Kevin. If you don't know what that means, Google it, because it's powerful stuff. Global Witness says he is nasal booper. I don't even know what that means, Derek. You're way above my head, brother. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm glad that we had this little talk. I may be back today with some more podcast excellence. I know that Derek is threatening to do a show. Oh, it's Republican backwards. That's funny. Derek is threatening to do a show with myself and Rex to get us prepared for the great, he's an unindoctrinated Republican. I like it. Get us prepared for the great witness in the desert. We're looking forward to that. Go over and subscribe to Derek's channel, which is the Global Witness. We won't be frozen in the desert. We're gonna dress appropriately. Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to unindoctrinate yourself. I encourage you to create yourself. It's an inside job, ladies and gentlemen. We are the last generation of real humans. Let's get our heads straight and let's get busy.